Happy Friday, Math Ninjas. We are on day 20 of our preview review standards, and then you will be doing day 20 of the FSA warm-ups, on your own, okay? Remember, you will have discussion posts today. I will let you know what those are once we get to them. So today we're going to be concentrating all on word problems. The front of the page, we're going to be deciding if it's one step or two steps. And we're going to be boxing those keywords that help us know what operations we'll be using. On the second page, we will be solving them. We'll be using those same strategies, but then we'll be doing one step further and we'll be solving them. All right, let's get started. Number one, as I'm reading it, think about the number of steps and think about what you can box as a keyword, okay? There are 61 third grade students in Amy's school. 19 of them are in the library. How many are left in their classrooms? Go ahead and think about one or two steps. You can write it down, one, or you can write two if you think there's two, and then box that operation, that keyword that helped you know. So hopefully you only put one step. There is only one step here, and we would be subtracting. And the keyword that helps us know is how many are left. Okay, we know 19 of them went to the library, and then we would figure out how many are left. All right, go ahead and let's look at number two. You're doing the same thing as I'm reading. You're thinking about one or two steps in which operation and which keywords help us. Tickets to the movies cost $6 for children and $9 for adults. Francine's mom bought a ticket for herself, Francine, and her little sister. How much money did she spend on the movie tickets? All right. How many steps are there? Well, this one could be tricky. We could do this in one step, or we could do it in two. But I'm going to go with just one step. And what are we going to do for that one step? We're going to add, right? What was that, what did you box? What was that keyword that helped you? And I hope, okay? So we would add $6 for her sister, $6 for her, and then $9 for her mom, right? So we could do that in one step. Jeremy, number 3, received $100 for his birthday. He wants to buy a video game for $35 and 4 action figures that cost $7 each. Does he have enough money to purchase these items? Ooh, this is a tricky one. Think about that. How many steps are there? There are 2 steps. And what are the operations that we're going to use? What did you box? Well, let's see. We know he has $100. And he wants to buy a video game for $35 and 4 action figures that cost $7 each. Okay, 4 action figures that cost $7 each. We would multiply to find out how much the action figures cost, right? And then what would we do? Then we would add that to 35 to see if it equals 100, if he has enough money. Okay? Remember, we don't have to solve these ones, but if you want to, go for it. All right, number 4 is a discussion post. So you will be posting 1 and whatever operation, if it's one step, 1, 2, and the operations if it's two-step, just like this. Okay, friends? All right, one more to practice together. John buys 7 baseball cards each week. He continues to buy cards for 30 weeks. How many cards did John buy? How many steps? 1, right? And what was that keyword that helped you? What operation are we going to use? Well, each jumps out at me, and we should all know each means multiplication. All right. Sometimes I feel like it's easier to actually solve it than just to write it like that. What do you guys think? Well, let's go ahead and flip to the back and let's see which one's easier for us. So we are on number 6. This time though, guys, we're solving the problem and we're finding the answer, okay? So this is where you might need a little bit more time to pause and to actually solve the problem. Sorry, I have a mint in my mouth. All right. Amanda sweeps the kitchen floor 6 times a month. She sweeps her bedroom floor 2 times a month. How many times does she sweep the floor in 4 months? How many steps are you going to do? Pause it and solve the problem. All right, well, hopefully you are agreeing with me that it's 2 steps. So we know she sweeps the floor 6 times a month, the kitchen floor. And they want to know how many times she sweeps it in 4 months. So our first step, and you can do it a little bit differently as long as you get the same numbers. Your step order might be different than mine, but I would start with 6 times 4, and that equals what? 24. And then I know she sweeps the bedroom floor 2 times a month, and she's still sweeping that floor for 4 months. So 2 times 4 equals 8. And then what do? We add those together to get an answer of 32. Is that what you got? If you did, give me a channel that ninja energy. Good job. All right, you are going to do number 7 on your own as a discussion post. You can just write A, B, C, or D, okay? You don't have to do the number of steps. For the other one, though, you do, okay? All right, let's look at number 8. Grade 2 and grade 3 have 362 pencils to use for the school year. Grade 3 used 117 pencils in the year. Grade 2 used 95 more pencils in the year than 3rd grade. How many pencils did both grade 2 and 3 use this school year? Go ahead and pause it and solve it. All right, well, we know some information. What do we know? We know grade 3 used 117 pencils. Okay. Grade 2 used 95 more pencils, but we don't know the number. So grade 2 right now is our mystery number. Well, what are we going to do to figure out what grade 2, how many pencils they used? If we look here, it says they used 95 more pencils in the year than 3rd grade. Well, if 3rd grade used 117, we're going to have to add 95 to that. Okay? So we're still trying to just figure out grade 2. So when you add 117 plus 95, if you didn't do that, go ahead and do it now. Okay, 7 plus 5 equals 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. 9, 10, 11. Put down the 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So grade 2 used what? 212, but that's not what they're asking. How many pencils did both grade 2 and 3 use? So what is our next step? We have to add grade 3 and grade 2 together. Is that what you did? If you did, kiss your brain. If you didn't, hopefully you're solving it right now. All right, let's check our work. 7 plus 2 equals 9. 1 plus 1 equals 2. And 1 plus 2 equals 3. 329 is our answer. Okay, do you remember how to write it in our grid bubble sheet? We always start in that first box. We write it, then we bubble it. Then we write our next number and bubble it. And our next number and bubble it. Okay, it's super important that you write nice and neat, but you also bubble nice and neat, just in case, okay? All right, 2 more, friends. Let's look at number 9. Helena earns $3 for each garden she weeds. Sierra earns $6 per hour cutting grass. How many gardens does Helena need to weed to earn the same amount that Sierra earns for 4 hours of cutting grass? Go ahead and pause it, and when you're ready, push play. All right, let's see what they're asking. It says, how many gardens does Helena need to weed to earn the same amount that Sierra earns for 4 hours of cutting grass? Well, we know Sierra earns $6 an hour, but we don't know how much money she made yet. So what are we going to do with the 6 and the 4? We're going to multiply. Because she's mowing and she's getting $6 each hour for 4 hours. So what's 6 times 4? 24, right? So Sierra earns $24, but they want to know how many gardens does Helena have to weed to get $24, okay? Well, she wants $24 and she earns $3 for each garden. What are we going to do with the 24 and the 3? We're going to split it up, right? We're going to divide it. So if she has $24 and you divide it by $3, what would your answer be? What did you get? You should have gotten 8. She would need to do 8 gardens to get the $24. Okay? And then our last one, in a basketball game, Morgan made 9 shots, each worth 2 points. Jim scored the same number of points in the game. Jim's shots were worth 3 points each. How many shots did Jim make? Go ahead and pause it. And when you're ready, push play. All right, well, let's see. Morgan made 9 shots, each worth 2 points. So we know Morgan had how many points? 18, right? But Jim scored the same number of points. So Jim scored 18 too, but his shots were worth 3 points. So if we have 18 and 3, what are we going to do with that? We're going to divide. And when you divide 18 divided by 3, what do you get? You get 6, my friends. Hopefully you got that right. Okay, so don't forget you have 2 things to do today. You need to do your discussion post. You need to do your discussion post for number 7. And you need to do your discussion post for number 4. Then you are working on day 20 in your FSA warm-ups. All right, friends, get busy. Proud of you. See you later.